This wasn't supposed to be a cooking video, but one of my kids is sick at school and I gotta go pick her up now, and I'm not gonna get to do anything this afternoon except for cook something, which we have never tasted before in our collective lives. 30 seconds to guess what it is. That's the hook. Sit in the passenger side, I gotta show you something.
What's the passenger?
Go, sit where Mom usually sits.
Right here?
Yeah, now. Oh, you wanna see something amazing?
Yeah.
You don't have to eat it.
Is it alive?
It is alive. That's one good question. You wanna keep guessing?
No.
You will never be able to
Is it
guess.
a lobster?
It is not a lobster.
What is it?
Okay.
What is it? What is that? What is that? Does it bite?
It doesn't bite. It doesn't really even have a mouth. This is called a conch. A conch. A conch?
What's a conch?
It's a type of snail. Gonna make something interesting with this.
But you're gonna cook it?
Yeah.
Can I keep this out?
Absolutely. That was the main reason why I got it. And something else. We're gonna have to look at this closer when we get home.
Ew.
This is just fish. This is actually, I think he said it was yellow sturgeon. Wild yellow sturgeon from...
Why is it yellow sturgeon?
I don't know, wild yellow sturgeon from Nova Scotia, where they're allowed to harvest like a certain amount annually. But I gotta show you a close-up of that fish because it looks like, the color pattern on the fish looks like an oil stain. And you'll see what I mean in a second. Okay, now you gotta go back into your seat and we're gonna go home and do some cooking. And then I have to come back here and pick up a second kid in like 25 minutes.
I wanna put it in the water.
Okay. So, explain to us what you're holding right here, young lady.
I forget what it's called.
It is called a conch.
Conch and it. Oh, ew! What is that? And we're gonna put it in the water to take its tongue out. Or what is it?
I presume you have to purge a conch like you would a clam or...
Is there a pearl in it?
No, I don't think pearls get in these things. Oh, look at this.
Ew.
Look at this. Look at this.
That's disgusting. I don't want to see you do that.
It smells like... Smell it.
It
Smells like the ocean. Okay, stick it in the water. Alright, so you'll remember when we did the cherry stone clam video, we referred to those as bivalve mollusks. These are univalve mollusks, also known as gastropods. They're basically shellfish that have one shell and they crawl in and out, or they slide in and out of the shell. Bivalve are the two shell clams that have two parts that are held together at a ligament. I don't actually know if you're supposed to purge this or if you have to purge it for the sand. We're gonna let it sit in some fresh water until we're ready to cook with it. Then we are going to boil it quickly, pull it out, braise it, and make chowder with the flesh. Am I forgetting anything? I remembered what it was that I wanted to show you. We also picked up a piece of sturgeon and I was supposed to show you the colors on the sturgeon because it's mind-blowingly cool. It's like salmon that is spilt in oil. Look at the color of this fish. Like it's sort of blue here, yellowish in the fat. The fat in between the layers of meat is like this sort of yellowish, clearly very fatty fish. It's greasy, it smells quite fishy, but look at the color of the flesh there. And apparently when you cook it, because it's so fatty, it smells up the house because the fat sort of cooks off and makes the house smell like fish. So we're gonna see what this smells like, looks like, tastes like after it's cooked. Hopefully I can do it justice. What are you doing? Okay, you ready for this? And now this is it. I'm gonna make a clam chowder, although it's gonna be a conch chowder. Say chowder!
Chowder!
Oh yes, for this recipe we're gonna need chicken broth, diced tomatoes, and whatever other spice I find in the cabinet and vegetable I find in the fridge that is on the verge of going bad, so we can use it. You wanna see this? Okay, there you go.
How do I do it with this big hole, Daddy?
Well, just shake it out
I
slowly.
can put my finger in it.
Yeah, put your finger, but just shake it out slowly. Don't pour it over, just like that. You see, you shake it just like that. There, that's enough.
Oh my gosh.
That was a lot.
I'm not eating it.
Well, this lighting is extremely unflattering. Nah. Okay, the water is boiling. We're gonna take the conch. Now, my theory is that I'm gonna put it in the hot water and it's just going to sort of pop out of its shell. It's not dinner time yet. Oh, there's some milky substance coming out of the bottom of it. Okay. Woo! Cool. Now I think I'm gonna be able to pull it out with a fork. Oh my goodness, that is rock hard. Okay, no wonder why you have to braise this and make it into chowder. That is so hard. Is it gonna come out? I'm trying to leave the shell intact so we can keep it. Okay, this smells exactly like the ocean, and I think it's coming out. Uh-oh. Yeah, oh my goodness. Oh, look at that.
I'm not eating that.
Oh, what? This doesn't look delicious to you? Okay, now this is the meat. I mean, this is so tough. We're going to slice this up, and then we're going to put it in a broth with tomatoes, ginger, no cream. I don't like cream-based soups, so maybe it's not going to be a chowder. Maybe it's just going to be a really, really disgusting soup. Okay, there is some very interesting stuff in here.
Yeah.
It feels like octopus almost, like in terms of the toughness. Yeah, that's as good as it's gonna get.
That looks so pretty.
This last little piece just came out as I cooked the shell a little more. Look at that. This came out right at the top. Look at how cool that is. This animal grows right into the shell so perfectly. Okay, the shell is ready for you to play with now. Go, get out of here. Look at the texture of this part on the top. This is what the dish looks like now. We're gonna stew this with tomato sauce, chicken broth, vegetables, ginger, all sorts of things. Yeah! What? I'm pretty sure these are turnips. They look good to go in. Put in a few carrots. And some garlic. We've topped it off with one hot chili pepper. We're gonna let it stew at a low temperature for about however long I jog for, take a shower for me. Let's say 2 hours, I think. What's the problem, Ethan? You know, Barney and Pudge, they say that conch is an aphrodisiac. Can you just say what you just said again, please?
I said it smells delicious.
Oh, yes. Wow, this actually looks really good. Come look at it, Mary. Okay, the things that look like mushrooms, these things are the actual conch. Wait, taste. I'll show you what it looks like after you taste it.
I'm not sure I'm eating conch.
Okay, we're trying it. You ready for this? This has been stewing now for 2 hours and 20 minutes. This is conch. It's basically a giant snail. Do you see the goosebumps? That's because I have succeeded at culinary glory.
I really don't know about this.
This is a delicacy and an aphrodisiac.
Looks like zucchini.
Yeah, it does not taste like zucchini.
Oh, I'd rather with a little tomato.
No, you don't.
The dog didn't eat it.
Go on, eat it. Watching you enjoy it is the best part.
It's got a different
Texture?
I'm glad I tried it.
You didn't like it?
Better than I thought.
High five. Okay, so yeah, I guess that's going to be the end of the video. And then we'll do the sturgeon by way of separate video because can't cram too much food together in one video. Like, share, subscribe. Am I forgetting something?
Oh, turn on the notifications.
You have to listen to her because she said it so politely. And Pudge, oh! I love you. I love you.